It's bad, but it gets harder than this. So you got 40 rounds to beat the bad, but it gets a bit tougher each time. I think they missed an opportunity to call this like it's bad, but it gets worse. And that's actually what the title of this video is gonna be, but this is an absolutely amazing Odyssey. If it looks like we're turning into an Odyssey channel a little bit, we're not, but these past few weeks, Ninja Kiwi has been absolutely cooking with these Odysseys. So this week's Odyssey is really cool, so let me show you guys what it's about, and then we're gonna go deeper into the modifiers before we start each island. So basically we're playing rounds like 2 to 40 on every single one of these islands. There's gonna be a bad balloon around 40, and then the bad essentially gets progressively stronger as you move along these islands. Now the catch is that you cannot just find one single strategy that's gonna work, because every single island has a different rule set. So this one is primary only, the second one is military only, the third one is magic monkeys only, the fourth one is on chimps mode, and the last one has a 600% on the bad. So without further ado, this is how the setup looks like. We are allowed to have a lot of towers. So actually I just picked a bunch of the strongest ones that we have. So let's just click start and let's dive deeper into the modifiers as we walk into each individual island. Alright, so look at this one, primary only. You guys know what this means on the first 3 islands, right? Which have like the primary, the military, and the magic monkeys only modifiers. It's that you cannot farm on any of these guys, so you have to pick good towers. So the one that we're dealing with currently is the mob speed at 30%, the mob health at 20%, and the custom rounds, which I guess I hope actually it only affects the bad balloon around 40, because I'm not sure what we can handle if like these normal rounds have been changed up. So let's place Pat Fusty. Actually, I feel like Pat is an amazing hero, which is going to synergize well with a lot of things that we want to do even further down the line with these islands. What I was thinking of doing for the first one is just place a couple of overdrives, get an Embrittlement Ice actually, which is going to serve as a decamo for the DDTs, and then just use Pat's level 3 ability and hope for the best basically. So let's start off like this. We don't exactly need that many defensive towers honestly, because at the end of the day we're still only playing like rounds up to 40, and those are not particularly difficult, especially when you're playing on bigger maps like Monkey Meadow. Alright, so there goes the ice, and we are nearing the cash needed for the overdrive, so I'm just gonna buy this thing. This is gonna secure basically the early game up until we reach the bad balloons. So the next thing is just gonna be saving up money for the Embrittlement Ice, I was thinking, and maybe if we have enough cash, I want to place one more tag down here, I was thinking. Yeah, so we're leaking a little bit of the camos with this 210 ice, and I'm just remembering that the camos on 37, we cannot decamo them even if we went for like the 320 or the 420, because they are white balloons. So what we need to do is something like this. Get this dark monkey setting on strong. I want to try and keep this guy as cheap as possible as a 002, because I want to save as much money as possible. So let's see what we can make happen basically. I don't even mind losing some of the mana shield, but oh no, we're missing a lot of these guys. This is gonna be fine. Like, do we take this? Because that's a lot of leaks. I think we're gonna take it. It's fine. It's like 43 lives. Alright, so no more camo, so I'm going to sell this Door Monkey. I know it's $233, but I'm really scared of this bad balloon on round 40. So we have $8,000, and I'm actually gonna wait for this round to end, because in case we need to restart, we're gonna have the full amount of money ready to go. And here it is, guys. A bad balloon on round 40. Here it comes. This is crazy. This guy's super slow though, so we have a lot of time, but let's just do the thing that we want to do. So first off, Embrittlement Ice, let's actually keep it as a 410, save these $460, and then if we have enough money for a second tag, that's gonna be amazing. And we do, that's amazing. Alright, we can even buy a deep freeze, which I'm gonna do actually. So these guys, with the help of the Embrittlement Ice and Pat's level 3 ability, they seem to be doing a lot of the, oh yeah, there we go. Let's use the level 3 ability, let's pop the insights, and I think this was, I don't want to, oh my god, that's a lot of leagues though. Wait a minute. Alright, so we popped the bad layer, but how are we doing with the oh no, the insights are overwhelming us though. Okay, so I know what we need to do though. Let's see if I can, yeah, we need the Blade Maelstrom ability basically to clear out all the summons. Alright, so let's do it like this. Let's have the Blade Maelstrom a little bit closer to where the bad is gonna pop, and let's do the exact same thing. So get the Embrittlement, and now, oh wait a minute, we don't have the money now for the second overdrive though. Is this better? You guys know what? I feel like one single overdrive is gonna do the thing, honestly. I don't think we need the second one, because it's just way too much damage. Yeah, look at this thing, it's gone. It's gone in an instant. Alright, so we are gonna pop the bad layer with one tack. Let's decamo the DTs. There we go. Are we popping them normally? I hope we are. I'm still saving the abilities, by the way, and we seem to be doing this amount of damage. Let's use the level 3 ability and use the Maelstrom ability, combine them both, and there we go. That is island number 1. Alright, yeah, so that's one thing that we have to be wary of, just the leftovers, because even though everything is like weaker, like the speed and the HP on the bad balloon, the amount of leftovers that you get is exactly the same, so we need some cleanup actually. Alright, island number 2. We're playing on skates, military only, with 40% of the mob speed, 50% 50% of the Moab health, and they give us a little bit more cash. Now, this one is gonna be a little bit better than the previous one because we have Buccaneers, and we can actually farm on this one by using the Merchantman. So let's start things off with a 0, 1, 2, and I feel like with the Grape Shot, we should be able to survive until we get at least one Merchantman, then we're gonna start buying up Pat Fusty. And what is the plan on defending this one? I was thinking just like a single carrier flagship should be good enough, right? The carrier flagship planes have this special property where if you go for the 502 crossfat, the missiles they're getting launched from the small planes can actually hit DDTs, even though their dart projectiles cannot. So if we go for the 502, I feel like the missiles are going to take care of the DDTs, and then we're just going to wipe all of the leftovers with the dart attacks, and that should be fine. So let's see if we can make it happen, if it's going to work. Alright, in comes Merchantman number 2. There we go. Gonna keep these guys as 003 because I want to put all the cash into the other one. So let's just try and buy as many of these guys as possible. It's round 35 and we're buying our last. This is number 6, and it's actually kind of crazy how fast we've gotten the rest of them, because around 21 I bought my second one, so it took us 21 rounds to buy 2 and then only 14 rounds to get the other 4. So yeah, it really does snowball after a while. Let's get Pat Fusty over here, and now it's just gonna be the waiting game. I was thinking maybe we go for a favorite trade, so we increase the sellback value of every single one of these guys. Or actually, on second thought, it's not gonna make enough money and it's not gonna give us so much sellback that it pays itself off, right? So let's chill. This is gonna be the last round. Let's turn off all the start, and we need to see how much money we have made and how much money we're gonna get by selling all of these guys. Alright, so $12,500, and then when we sell all 6 of these guys, that is 29, almost 30k. Now that's a little bit of an issue. We do not have enough money to buy the carrier flagship. Alright, so we're gonna have to go for the second plan of dealing with DDTs. Maybe you can deal them with a sniper or something like that, maybe like a 420 sniper, but this one is a little bit cooler. We're gonna go for 3042 Monkey Pirates, and then we can get to one actually 320 Destroyer, which is not gonna be in range on Pat, but I guess that's gonna be fine. So basically the idea behind these 3 Monkey Pirates ships is that we need to find a way to deal with DDTs. So I was thinking we just hook the DDTs, because we cannot exactly find you know, camo lead popping power that easily. You can find it in the sniper, but I guess this is a little bit more fun, and we also get a lot of AoE through their cannon attacks, because that's gonna be a lot of leftovers. So because everyone's attacking, I think we're gonna use the level 3 Panther Roar. Now let's just get as much damage as possible. Let's go boom, boom, boom. There we go. We hook all the DDTs. And I was just dealing with the leftovers and the small balloons, and hopefully the AoE from the cannons is gonna be enough. And oh, I see some balloons on the other side. Oh, we have $13,000. So do we need to buy something else? Nope. There we go. Island number 2 done. Alright, so island number 3, we're playing on Frozen over with Magic Monkeys only this time around. Moab speed at 50, Moab health at 60%. So again, getting a little bit beefier than the previous one. Alright, so for this one, I think that this is going to be the easiest one out of the ones that we played so far, because I think we can beat this thing by only using a 203 Dark Knight plus a little bit of cleanup, because there's going to be a lot of small balloons. So in this specific one, they start us off with $6,000. That is a lot of money, so I think they kind of want us buying this, but then we're also going to need a lot of cleanup because we're going for the top crossfat, so not enough Pierce on the Dark Knight to begin with. And I was thinking maybe we go for something like a 230 Druid, or maybe a couple of those guys actually, just to deal with the leftovers, and then the Super Monkey should take care of the rest, I was thinking. Alright guys, so in comes the last one. This is gonna be around 38, so let's start buying things off. First off, Dark Knight. I want to dark shift this guy here in the range of, oh wait a minute, oh I might have messed up Pat's placement. No, we cannot buff him. You know what, that's completely fine. Let's just have the Dark Knight like this, so the teleport is off cooldown for the bad, and then we are gonna be left with about $3,500. So here's what I was thinking. We can actually have this Druid in the range of Pat, which is good. I was thinking of doing this, maybe something like a one. Let's actually buy the Heart of Nar, because why not? So yeah, this was the plan all along. I really do think that this Dark Knight does, and he actually does a lot of damage. Look at the damage numbers go up. So he's definitely gonna deal with the bad layer. He is gonna deal with the DDTs by himself, although we need to be ready with the teleport. Let's see how everything is gonna work out. I feel like this should be more than enough actually. Be ready with the teleport, by the way, here on this island up top. So the pad is gonna pop in a second, and then just watch the DDTs. Those guys are gonna be the most important ones. I feel like the pop is gonna happen in a second now. Oh, there we go. Oh, DDTs got in a second. How are we doing with the leftovers? Let's teleport. Yes, we take care of the inside, so no more cow balloons, and I think it's just dealing with these guys. Now, I think we don't want to pop them too fast. So you know what? I'm actually gonna teleport this guy up top top so that we start breaking these guys apart slowly. Let's also start buying up some other druids to go like this because we are making a lot of cash. We just need a lot of AoE, guys. Oh no, how is this looking though? That's a lot of leftovers though. Can I buy one more druid to hold these guys? One more druid to the jungle? Oh, this is super close. Are we... No, never mind. Alright, so I hit a continue, and this thing gave us a little bit of extra cash, so here's what we're gonna do. We are not gonna cheat. So I'm just gonna start things off with the exact same towers that we had. I'm gonna spend all the extra cash that we got, and I do think that we absolutely 100% had it. It's just that we probably need to buy some other druids. Maybe something like the top path and the ball lightning is gonna be nice. I don't know, but this is looking a lot better than last time. So let's dark shift this guy a little bit earlier this time, actually. And now when these bombs are gonna start rolling in, I was actually thinking of going something like this. Maybe we go for the druid of the... Oh, you know what? Let's actually go like this. Let's buy the ball lightning and see how much of a difference this is gonna make. This shouldn't be too... Oh, let's buy another ball lightning up top. We're leaking, it seems like. Can we defeat the big Bloons now? I mean, they are kind of weakened. We're making a lot of cash, guys. Let's use past level 3. I guess this guy's vines are gonna get buffed. Oh, a huge wave at the back. All right, so a couple of Bloons left. I think we can sell this guy actually and maybe buy something else here on the side. What are we looking at? Maybe something like this, the flash bomb, so we stun these guys in place. And with these ball lightnings, is this gonna be enough? I think it is, guys. I think these ball lightnings are a little bit too strong. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's what we needed to do. Yeah, we just needed to sell the Dark Knight. All right, man, these islands are just all super fun. I mean, it's really every single one of them. There's something different that needs to be done. And with this one, this is island number 4. Moab speed at 35, Moab health at 40%, $7,500. But look at this, chimps mode, and no selling, obviously. Since we cannot farm and we cannot do basically anything on this run, I think I'm going to see you guys around 39 before the boss appears, because it's just going to be the waiting game, right? So here's how I'm going to start things off with Pat Fusty, and I'm just going to buy a spike. We're obviously going to be going for the spike storm, and then besides that, I honestly don't know what the other towers are going to be, so we're going to figure out. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys at around 39 before this guy appears. All right, so this is at around 39 with about $16.8k. I bought a 130 druid and then just the spike factor, which I thought was kind of the cheapest way to defend so far. So let's get the spike storm and the white hot spikes, and that unfortunately only leaves us with 5.8k to defend this whole thing. So how do we want to do this? All right, so one of the options might be getting something like a blade maelstrom like we did previously, or let's actually try it with something like this, like a ring of fire. Oh my god, this guy is actually fortified. What? Why is this a fortified bad? Come on, that's crazy. So actually this is like the toughest one out of all of them so far. All right, let's use the level 3 ability. Let's combine it with the spike storm. All right, they actually sent the fortified bad. I cannot believe this thing. So let's again do the same combo, and hopefully this is enough. I mean, how do you beat this thing? This one is the toughest one out of all of them so far, with not as much cash as the previous ones. All right, so it might pop actually into these spikes. Let's save the ability 45 DDTs. Oh, they're not all getting cleaned up. Okay, so let's use the level 3 ability in combination with the spike storm. Yeah, that's gonna clean out all of them. And now what? Because we cannot sell any of these guys. We have $1,000. That is about it. I mean, I guess we could buy something like a blade maelstrom at the back with the cash that we're gonna get from popping these guys. All right, so we have another ability ready to go. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna combine both of these abilities. We're gonna hope that we get enough money for the blade maelstrom. Okay, so we dealt with the first ones. All right, so hopefully we don't get any leftovers. We have a decent amount of cash actually, so let's go for something like let's try and hold the ceramics in place with something like an Arctic Wind Ice, and hopefully this is enough, because I see it's 3 45 mobs in the back. Are we dealing with these guys? I think we are. All right, that's amazing. And now we can combine the abilities, and that should be good to go. I'm still gonna go for the Arctic Wind, by the way, because I want to hold all these ceramics at the back. And then one more ability combo, so let's go like this. Level 3 spike storm, get the refreeze, and then when these guys coming close, I'm just gonna use the ability, and bam, there it is. They actually sent a fortified bat. I cannot believe this thing. All right, guys, final island impoppable on downstream with 600% on the Moab health, and they're giving us $20,000. Let me get the discount village going. I think I'm just gonna be keeping it simple with the marketplace and nothing too complicated. And if this is a fortified bat like the previous one, this guy is actually going to have 240,000 HP, and that is really close to, I think, tier 2 elite Blooners, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think tier 2 elite Blooners has like 300k HP. So, you know, when you count in the insights, yeah, this is gonna be pretty close to that. Alright guys, so round 39 and things are looking, well, a little bit different than what we left off at. So here is what is happening. We have 5 central markets, we have 5 small marketplaces down bottom. I got these favorite trades both so we get some extra sellback. And I'm gonna turn off all the star right now because we're gonna need to sell all of these guys and get ready for the bad balloon. Now here's the thing. I think that even though this guy's at like 600%, he might not be the most difficult one out of all of them. So so far we've made 100. Let me sell the droid. Anyways, we have $185,000. So yeah, dealing with the bad layer is gonna be difficult, but for the rest of the guys, we can just do this. We can just hook them up, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be more than enough actually to deal with all the insights. So I was thinking of doing this, the carpet of spikes, which is gonna be actually super expensive, 50k. So let's hit start. Let's buy the carpet of spikes. Oh, and again, this is a 45 bad. Okay, so this guy actually has 240,000 HP, and that's not even counting the insides. All right. So what else can we do to deal with this thing? I mean, let me just check the pops into the spike factory. Yeah, this is not going as fast as it could for sure. All right, so let's get some damage amplification towers then. Let's buy the super brillo, which is gonna help out a lot with the spike factory, and then we have 40k. What else can we buy for $40,000? Honestly, I don't think we needed to, but I can just drop something like this, like a tag zone, which goes amazing. And let's go something like this. Yeah, let's go for the 320 village. Yeah, I think this is gonna be more than enough actually. And with the insides, I think we just hook them up. Let's use the second active ability. How is the damage? It's going amazing, right? Isn't it? It's 115k damage on this guy, 32 on the tank, and then this guy's at like 6. So yeah, just a couple more spike abilities, and then we should be seeing the pop like any second now. Honestly, let's sell this super bill. I guess we can move the super bill on the other side. We're gonna get to one more spike ability, then we can just hook the insides. So let's go like this. How are we doing with the pops? There we go. Let's just hook, yeah, the insides. And basically once the like this bad layer pops, I don't think we're gonna have any other agents. I'm actually gonna sell this carpet of spike so we don't pop this guy. And you guys know what we can do. We can sell the part lord because the cooldown comes out instantly, so we can just do this, and there it is. That is the last island. All right, that was a ridiculously fun Odyssey, and I really wish they did more of these ones, and I'm super happy to be playing these guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. But that's gonna be for this one. Look at the instant they gave you, 420 Super Monkey. That's a great one, yeah. So that's gonna be for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one.